name is Maya Casilda, and I am new to the Sex Geek Summer Camp experience.
This is my first year at Sex Geek Summer Camp.
This is my second year, so I enjoyed it the first time around.
Hi, my name is Mady, and I own Self-Serve and Self-Serve Toys in Albuquerque, New Mexico.
I'm Janet, and my website is janettrevino.com.
Hi, my name is Shikina Ray, and my website is mytantraguide.com.
Hi, my name is Deborah Stone.
Hi, I'm Dan Powers with Beyond the Bedroom.
So the biggest thing that I've gotten out of summer camp, I'm at Sex Geek Summer Camp. Did you know that? So let me just tell you this. I am not a camper. I am the world's biggest princess, and I was feeling really sad about having to be in a tent for 5 days, and it's actually been amazing.
Hi, I'm Vera from sexdoula.com, and this is my second year here at Sex Geek Summer Camp. And I returned because there was so much great content the first year that I wanted to get it taken in one more time so that I'd really have it down. There's such great information on how to get my business started and growing and how to reach my demographic. But the thing that I love most about Sex Geek Summer Camp and what I get out of it, and why I'll probably return year after year, is the connections I make with other sex educators. They're really priceless. We help grow each other's businesses, and there's really only one way to do that, and that's in person, and that's one of the things that makes Sex Geek Summer Camp so special.
The biggest thing that I've gotten, and you can probably tell that this is a real stretch for me, is actually being in front of the video camera. I've never had a video taken of me before coming here, and I've taken 4 today. So that's a huge high five!
The thing I've liked best about Sex Geek Camp is the sex geeks, really, but as a really newbie to this kind of industry lifestyle, I felt so lost the first couple of days I was here. By day 3, I feel like I know these people like their family, and I've learned so much. It's awesome.
The thing that I got the most out of camp, I think, this year would be the importance of story and bringing in our own emotional story to help other people, and how that helps other people feel more comfortable with us, and how they can identify with us better when we tell our story and we're vulnerable and honest and authentic about who we are and why we're doing this work.
And I think what I learned the most here at Sex Geek Summer Camp, what I put together, my teaching styles with the revenue streams. Now that might not make a lot of sense to you out there, but what I recognized in myself was what I'm really good at. I'm really good at interview processes and communicating with other people. So I took that with how I would like to make money, and one of the types of ways, making money with podcasts, I never really considered that as an option for myself. So I thought, I don't know, it just didn't seem like it was my thing. But when I put together that with the demographic of people I want to work with, which are women between the ages of 25 and 45, when I put all that together, it suddenly it snapped. There was this moment of, oh my gosh, I can see myself creating a podcast for this group, and because it's a podcast, it's anonymous, and we can talk about sex. And it was so simple. Something that I've been trying to rack my brain of different ways I can reach out to people and make sex ed really accessible to my demographic. And I found that just how Reed kind of breaks it down for you, and then you just put it together. It's like math. At the end, it equals something. And for me, it equaled this amazing idea that I guess I couldn't have figured that out. So coming to Sex Geek Camp was exactly what I needed to put the pieces together.
It was really, really good for me to find out who my target audience is, how to talk to them, where are they, how to market to them, and what platforms to market to them. And I really enjoyed the authenticity, the vulnerability, the kindness, caring, generosity of Reed and a lot of other people also who made this happen.
The most important thing I think I've learned in camp is to really take some time to do self-care. And this week I've had time to skinny dip in the creek, to take a nap in a hammock, and to be surrounded by people who are doing this valuable work, but also working on learning how to care for themselves as well as others.
And the top lessons that I've learned in these 4 days that we've been here so far have been really narrowing down who my demographic is and what my specialty is, what my gift in this movement and in this community really is, which is to empower people, specifically right now, to empower women in their bodies. And the holistic aspect is super important to me. And I was thinking that everyone at camp would be, along a similar path as me. And I've been so pleasantly surprised that there are people in the full gamut of sex geek and non-sex geek type of work. So there are therapists here, there are counselors, there are educators, and as far as I can tell so far, I'm the only holistic sex educator, which has been a huge relief and a good learning lesson too.
Hi, I'm Serra from Serra.com. That's Serra. I am a sex and relationship coach, and I also have a sex podcast. The best thing that I've learned, which is probably a little bit silly, is Reed was teaching us about something called monkey face. And it's been actually a really amazing tool that I've used with my partner this weekend that just helps to really lift the energy. I'm going to use it actually in my coaching practice for when couples are just feeling really stuck and they are kind of at they're stonewalling and they don't know what to do, and it just lifts the energy. So do you want me to do it really fast? Okay. So I'm going to demonstrate monkey breath, and basically, monkey breath, and you basically just sound like a monkey and make as many faces as you can, and feel free to laugh at me for looking like a total dork. But here we go. Ready? See? How can you still be mad at each other after you do that? And that's just been it's such a practical, quick tool that I can use in workshops, that I can use with my clients, that I can use, when I'm doing any kind of live event and I just need people to kind of get up out of their seats. So I loved that, as silly as it is.
I'm developing a coaching practice for monogamous couples who want to try out non-monogamy. My website is www.febully.com. Camp has been awesome. I think the most important thing for me was meeting other sex educators. For me, it's been an incubator space. It's been great to talk about not only business side of things, but also the challenges that we face as sex educators, and also some of the issues that we have with our clients who we just haven't got the answers to. And in fact, I just had an amazing conversation with a fellow sex educator who gave me some amazing tips that I can't wait to share with my clients. So come and learn about business, but also connect with your colleagues, exchange ideas, empathize with each other, give each other big hugs, and have a great time. See you at camp.
The number one thing that I've gotten from the Sex Geek Summer Camp is really narrowing my focus. We've looked at doing video, so I've got a little bit more experience doing video than some of the other people that I just saw before me, but I'm still learning that as well.
I would say be brave. The fence is not real. It's a wonderful place to be. You will learn a lot. You'll meet people that you love. I say give it a try.
For people sitting on the fence, I think it's a beautiful space. Camp is wonderful. And for me, the connections that I've made through camp have been extraordinary. I've visited people in other cities from last year and hopefully again this year. You meet some amazing, engaged, interesting people and have a lot of amazing sex jokes and puns. It's pretty fun. So I'd encourage you to come.
It's connecting with people and really being able to make community and to not feel alone. I've made so many connections here, opportunities for people to be on my podcast, people who want me on their shows, just being able to really brainstorm new ideas with people who get it instead of having to kind of constantly explain, which I find I have to do in more traditional business courses. So if you just really want a solid sense of community and you're looking for a place where you can just bounce off lots of ideas and feel really uplifted, then come, because you're really, really going to love just the energy and the people that you meet, and it's going to change your life.
As sexuality professionals, we often take care of everyone else and not ourselves. And this week I've had time to skinny dip in the creek, to take a nap in a hammock, and to be surrounded by people who are doing this valuable work, but also working on learning how to care for themselves as well as others. If you're thinking about coming to camp and trying to get your business off the ground, I think it's an incredible opportunity to be with people who are actually working in the field of sex education. And in addition to that, if you've been in the field for a while, you probably miss peers. I live in a small town and there aren't a lot of people who do the work that I do. And and it has been valuable in ways I probably won't even understand till I get home, to be surrounded by people who share the same values. So I would definitely come if I was you.
If you're not sure if you want to come to Sex Geek Summer Camp, let me tell you from the bottom of my heart that the learning of business and all of the tools that Reed and the team of teachers that he has come with him to this event is spectacular. Like today we got a rundown on tools and specific websites, plugins, all that kind of information that I was completely clueless to, and it's really been so helpful. And on top of that, the community of people that come out to this event is so spectacular and have helped me so much with like content and website design. Oh, YouTube, I've decided that I want a YouTube channel. So if you're on the fence, just do yourself a favor and come. Thank you so much.
And for fence sitters, the thing I would tell them is this is the #1 place that I've come to meet people that are in my same position. People who are struggling to figure out, how am I going to make a business out of teaching sex education, you know, something along those lines. I've gone to a number of different events that have sex therapists and professional presenters, and those aren't my peers. These are the peers that are right here, people that are struggling to get their businesses going, just like me, just like you.
If you're nervous about doing something new, taking your business to the next level and whatever that next step is for you, I encourage you to come.
If there's any fence sitters out there, you're not sure if you want to join us this coming year, I brought somebody who was on the fence this year and convinced them to come, and they are so happy that they're here and they got so much out of it, and I wouldn't have put my name on that endorsement with them if I didn't think that was going to be the case for really anybody that wants to be in this field. So I hope to see you at Sex Geek Summer Camp.
For all of you who are on the fence thinking, should I go, should I not go, know that for me, I kept put it out of my mind until I got here, and I just came with an open heart to whatever might happen, and I've been blown away. It brought me so much clarity, it's brought me passion, it's brought me now contacts with people that I didn't know, and it's so much information and ways that I can access through all the people that are here. It's amazing. It's worth it, and it's so cheap. Honestly, I look at the price and think, yeah, it's true. This is worth so much more, and thousands of dollars I've been offered in the past to get what I got here for around $500. You just can't get better than this. Even if you're not in the sex industry, this is amazing for anybody. So, thank you. Bye.
And if you're on the fence about coming here and you're not here right now, you should be here, but hopefully you will come next time because this is the awesomest place I've ever been to. Thank you.